Here's pre-calc. It's problem 10-85. It's letter D, and it wants us to graph the equation and include all the key information. So for this one, I can see this is a parabola because only one of the variables is squared. And for parabolas, the key information would be the focus, the directrix, and the vertex. So we're going to look for those three things. I wrote them right here. I'm going to list some things I know about parabolas. One thing I know is I have this memorized from integrated 3. It's the equation in graphing form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. But then we just found out this year that a is actually 1 over 4c, and c is the distance from the vertex to the focus. So we need to use, instead of a, we need to use 1 over 4c in our graphing form, so that way we can solve for c and find out where the focus is. So I rewrote my equation, and then I was getting ready to graph it, and I realized that this one is a sideways parabola, isn't it? Because see, here's the x is squared, this one the y is squared. So this one we're going to do it the exact same way, except for we're going to solve it for x. And so it's going to look more like this one right here. It's the same thing, it's just one of those sleeping parabolas. And so the first thing we want to do is solve it for x. So we go up here and we want to get the x by itself. So we divide each of the terms by 5, and that'll give us an x. And then I just, instead of dividing by 5, I multiplied by 1/5 here. And then 20 divided by 5 is 4. And so there's my graphing form right there. And this is a. But remember, a is 1 over 4c. And the c is going to help us find our focus. And then we know now what our vertex is because we can use h and k. Our vertex is h comma k. So where did I do that? So right here I just I wrote our h comma k. See, it's the 4 and the 2. And then I wanted to find our focus. So what I did is I got 1 over 4c, because that's a, and I set that equal to negative 1/5. And then I did cross products. And then I messed up right there. Don't look at that part. I got that negative 4c equals, negative 4c equals 5. So divide both sides by negative 4, and you'll get c is negative 5/4, or it's negative 1 1/4. Let's just call it negative 1.25. So that's the distance from my vertex to my focus. I can put my vertex in right now because I know that my vertex is 4, 2. So I just wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. This thing right here, that's my vertex at 4, 2. And then I know the distance, c, is negative 1.25. Negative 1.25. So that means that my parabola is going to open to the left because the focus has to be inside the parabola, not on the outside. And it makes sense to me because I know that when I have a negative a on my sleeping parabolas, they always open to the left. So this distance right here is c. So I just counted from my vertex. I went left by 1.25 and I got my focus. And my focus, so what I had to do to get the numbers for that, well, it's 2.75 if you can't tell, but I had to go 4 minus 5/4, or 4 minus, remember it was 1.25, and that's 2.75, 2. That's my focus. And then my directrix is always on the other side of the vertex. Remember, it's going to open this way. The directrix is going to be x equals whatever that is. So we got well, how can we get it? We can go to the vertex and then just move. We know that this distance and the distance to the distance from the vertex to the focus is going to be the same as the distance from the vertex to the directrix. So this distance is also C. It's 1.25. Well, it's going to be in the positive direction. So we can just go 4 plus 1.25. So that gives me 5.25. So that's my directrix. Okay. Now I'm ready to draw my parabola, but I realized I don't really, like, I wanted some y-intercepts. So to get some y-intercepts, I just, what did I do? I think I went to this top equation right here, and I know that the y-intercept happens when x equals 0. So if I plug a 0 in here, that whole thing goes away, and then I just have y minus 2 squared equals 20, then I square root both sides, then I add 2 to both sides, and then I just put that in the calculator, and it was 6.47. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and, well, that's 0.47. And then I know, so I know it's going to go like this. Oops, it's kind of ugly. And I know it's going to have a symmetry to it. So I know there's another point, like if this point was up from the focus by, or from the vertex by 4.25, so I know I can go down by 4.25 because of the symmetry. There's 4.25 right there. So we'll go. I didn't bother to find out exactly where it crosses the x-axis. I know you guys know how to use Desmos for that if you want to, but really these are the 3 important points that they want. I just got those so I could see how wide it was. And so that's how you do that.